But first of all, Governor Inslee is ready to show you the money if you have your vaccine shots. Thank you for joining us on a busy Thursday. I'm Matt Lorch.
And I'm Jamie Tompkins. Anybody in Washington who's vaccinated or gets vaccinated is eligible for a wide range of new incentives and perks.
So the largest of which include 4 weekly drawings for $250,000, and that starts next Tuesday. And then in mid-July, there will be a drawing for $1 million.
And there will also be drawings for tuition credits and tickets to see the Seahawks, the Mariners, the Sounders, the OL Reign, and the Storm games, and $1 million more in gift cards.
Now, if you got vaccinated here in Washington, you are already entered. You can also add your name to the drawing by starting to get your shots now. You're automatically eligible once you get that first dose.
That's right. Of course, the goal here is to get 70% of people in our state who are at least 16 years old to start their shots. And that's the line for the state to fully reopen before June 30th. Now, right now, we're at 62%, but the governor also says our state will open regardless at the end of the month, while everyone who lives here can now be rewarded. Now, the big bucks are on the line, and the lotto is not the only incentive trying to lure people, though, into getting those vaccines. Pierce County also launched its own incentive program offering free flights on Alaska Airlines.
But do people think these incentives will be enough to push vaccination rates that allow our economy to reopen? That is the question Q13 News reporter Steve Kiggins has been asking all day, and he's live from Point Ruston with that part of our coverage. Steve?
Matt, I tell you what, you come out in the bright, sunny, beautiful day here, and people are walking about. The parks are packed. It sure doesn't feel like we're under phase 3 restrictions, but we are. That still means businesses and restaurants, they're dealing with capacity restrictions, and depending on who you talk to, nobody really seems to know exactly how we get out of it.
We're vaccinated. How about you?
Michaela Michaels and her niece Empress solved a car emergency at Tacoma's Thea's Park, but remaining under phase 3 would be a worse crisis, and they agreed luring those hesitant to get the vaccine is a small price to pay.
This is something that's literally killing hundreds and thousands of people, and you just refuse? Like, how do you look at your grandparents or your young kids or whatever and just say that your life doesn't matter enough for me to get this stupid shot?
I guess they're getting that desperate.
Alicia Navarro says the price of incentives is worth it if normal is ever again possible.
People should be getting it just to make the world open up again.
Today, Governor Inslee announced the Shot of a Lifetime campaign. $2 million is up for grabs through the state lottery. So is tuition and expense assistance, plus sports tickets and gear, gift cards, airline tickets, games, and more. Pierce County also has its own vaccine incentive program. The county teamed up with the Washington Hospitality Association and Alaska Airlines when it launched the Dine In, Get Vaxxed, Win Big campaign. It began June 1st and lasts through the 11th at vaccination clinics across the county. All you have to do is show up for a vaccine, visit participating restaurants, and that's it. But for some, what amounts to a bribe to convince the unvaccinated to participate is the wrong step.
Think about India, think about Africa. Everybody wants to take a vaccine, but there are no vaccine.
Others told Q13 News they think the vaccines have moved too fast and believe personal choice should lead the efforts out of this pandemic.
I don't scoff at people that don't, and I don't get mad when people want me to put my mask on. If that makes them comfortable, by all means.
Yeah, by all means, the end goal of this thing is to hopefully be totally reopened by the end of this month. There are folks in the state who think that we might actually reopen even sooner. Plus, good news, if you've already got your vaccine, you've already walked away from this pandemic a winner. We're live in Pierce County tonight. Steve Kiggins, Q13 News.
All right, Steve, well.